That's yours.
Go ahead.
Well, I'm going to go off the subject here a little bit tonight. First thing I want to bring to all you guys' attention is I got a ticket here for a code violation of my deck here. About a month ago, I started on my deck, maybe a little longer now, and you know, I started on it. It's funny. The very next day, the code department's out there, and they're telling me that I need to pull a permit for my deck. I don't know if you guys know anything. Do you guys know what a Vermont bill is considered? Is this general law or is this considered charter law?
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me? Is Vermont bill considered general law or is Vermont bill considered charter law? Do you know?
Vermontville Township?
Yes.
Vermontville Township is a general law township.
Okay, do you know what general law means?
Well, that's a pretty broad definition.
Is it?
I mean, what are you getting at?
Well, you know, general law means that we only go by state law. That's what general law means. Charter law means, like Schlott, they can make up their own laws and they can try.
Well, charter townships can do the same thing. There's charter townships and general law
correct.
townships.
Charter can.
We, as far as
So
zoning
are we not under general law though?
zoning and building permits and that sort of thing is all done through the county.
That's done through the county. Well, we're under general law, so why is Eaton County
No,
coming
that's-
after me for a permit?
Yeah, I think you're.
Okay, so you know, do you know anything about law at all? Do any of you guys know anything about law? Because because I started studying my law here in the last few years, and I know exactly what the law states.
This is public comment. You've got a few minutes to comment.
Do you want me to state the law that says that I can state anything I want to say in public comment?
You can.
I am. You are a public servant. You are supposed to be doing what we ask you to do, not what you think you can do. When you guys say that you're going to come out here and delegate our money and take and spend it on some frivolous holes in front here, and you're going to go down there and do this, and then you're going to extort me for money. You're going to come to my house. Do you know what the definition of extortion means?
This is.
Do you know what the definition of extortion means?
Public comment is public comment. It's not a debate. It's not a question and answer period.
I can show you the code. I can show you the code that says I have a right to speak. Do you need to see that as well? Do you not have an oath of office?
We're just not going there.
We're not going to go there. I'm pretty sure all you guys have an oath of office. Do you know what your oath of office states?
Can I see your letter you got from the county? They normally send me a copy, but I have not seen it.
Yeah, you're more than welcome to see
But if
it.
you're in Vermontville,
I didn't know that construction was a violation.
if you're in Vermontville Township, you're barking up the wrong tree here. This is Calamo Township.
Well,
So
somebody
that's how you
over
started
here.
out.
I didn't.
Where do you live at?
I live right across the street.
From here?
Everybody was watching while you built it.
Yeah, I mean it's funny. I started one day and the very next day.
This isn't anything from the zoning department. Where's your code
What do
violation
you mean
letter?
that ain't anything from that? That's the court date I got that I got to go to court for the violation of the code violation. This is what they sent me. This is what your corrupt court system sent me.
I don't see a code violation here.
No,
letter
because
from
it
the
says
county.
construction.
Put it on a stake by the road.
They put it on a stake by the road because I sent them a cease and desist letter because they don't have a right to take and try and extort me for money.
Did they give you an actual ticket?
Yes, they did.
Did you get a letter from Brandy at Community Development saying you had a code violation?
I got a letter from supposedly the code enforcers.
That happens long before any of this happens.
I've gotten multiple letters from them. This has started over like 3 times because I kept sending them cease and desist
Well,
letters.
when you build something, you got to get a building permit.
I got a law that says, do you guys not support your Constitution?
This is between you and the county.
Well, I'm making you aware of this.
This happens constantly. We have people monthly that put up buildings without permits.
It
That
says Supremacy Clause of the Constitution, Article 6, Paragraph 2. The Constitution and the laws of the United States that shall be made in pursuance thereof, and the treaties made under the authority of the United States shall be the supreme law of the land, and that the judges in every state shall be bound thereby. Anything in the Constitution or laws of any state to the contrary or notwithstanding, meaning notwithstanding in law.
this is between you and the county.
Well, I'm telling all you guys, You guys charging us taxes and you guys coming up?
We don't charge you taxes.
We don't charge
You guys are paying it to the state. Where's all this money going that you guys got in these accounts? And these bonds, all this money that you guys raised our taxes, you guys gave yourself a 15% raise. My taxes got raised. So you're telling me you're not involved in none of that?
We don't levy any taxes.
The state does.
The county does.
Or the county. Yeah, you guys are still working for the county.
We're not working for the county.
Well, then why are you enforcing all these laws?
We're not
enforcing the law.
We cannot enforce
This is
laws.
between you and the county. We don't have a zoning department. We don't have any zoning laws. We don't go write tickets for code violations. We don't issue any permits. We don't do any of that.
Yeah, but why are you guys taking this money? Where's all this money coming from that you got in these accounts then?
Sales tax.
From sales tax.
Sales tax.
So you got all this money is from sales tax.
Sales
From
tax.
what?
Yes.
From what?
Anytime you pay any sales tax, that's where our revenue sharing money comes from, is sales tax.
Sales tax.
Sales tax.
Simply sales tax. So how
Yep.
are you determining what sales tax is coming into this county and what isn't? Anything that's sold in this town.
When however often they do the census, so they know exactly how many people are in each jurisdiction, each city, each township, each county. The state has a pool of sales tax money, divides it by the people in the state of Michigan, so much per person times your population, that's where our revenue sharing comes from.
So
The
it's
same
through the
thing
state.
with the roads. All the road money comes from gas tax. The same thing, they take the miles in each county, divide it up, and that's how each county gets the road funding monies through gas tax. All our money comes from sales tax revenue sharing, other than like sale of cemetery lots and little things like that. The vast majority of our money, the lion's share of our money, comes from state sales tax. Every time you buy a new vehicle, every time you buy a TV, a VCR, a baseball glove, anything you pay tax on, that's where our funding comes
So
from.
all this money that we pay in taxes, we come over here and pay taxes, it goes to the state.
90% of it goes to the county, for your jail, for sheriff's department, for...
To the corporations.
It's spelled right out on your tax bill what every dime goes for. Every dime goes for on your sales tax. And the money we collect, our 1% that we collect for administration fee, we've waived that for probably 5 years now. We haven't collected it. for the
Well,
township.
so why was the taxes raised? Because the state said that they had to raise the taxes.
Because when the voters voted in Proposal A in 1994, that created a taxable amount, and that taxable amount is tied to rate of inflation.
Did you know
so
tax-
the taxes go up, whatever the rate of inflation was. for the
Tax is a
previous year.
contribution imposed.
What's that?
Tax is a contribution imposed.
I didn't hear you again.
Tax is a contribution imposed.
We're not going to get into that. This is your chance to say your piece, and I shouldn't even be responding to it. Honestly, it's public comment, not a debate, not
Well,
a
I'm
question.
just letting you know, I don't know who called them about me not having a permit, but I have no intentions of getting a permit.
I'll tell you this, I was at the permit office 2 days ago, and there was a gentleman that walked in behind us, and he had a ticket as well. And he was a homeowner that put insulation in his house, and he had to pay a fine on that because he did not pull a permit for that insulation. How are they gonna know that?
Permit means permission.
My brother wanted to put up a garage. He can't put up a garage now until he puts in a brand new septic system. So he's not putting in a garage.
These are all codes, there's codes that protect his rights. Anything that it goes in violation of the Constitution is null and void. Any law
That is between you and the courts, that has nothing to
So
do
let
with
me
us.
tell you guys another quick story real quick, and then you guys can go on your merry way. But anyway, so there was a guy over here in Bellevue. He's been dealing with these courts for a little while now. Come to find out, his property was zoned agricultural, and then he has paperwork stating that his court date was dismissed. Then it went for 6 months. They didn't do anything. And then all of a sudden, while he's conveniently at work pouring concrete, they show up to his house with 6 county cops. They tear down his barn and they took all the materials. Like, does that sound any kind of a justice system to you?
I don't know anything about that. I'm not even
No.
comment on it.
Again, that's between them and the county, and it has nothing to do with us. Let's move on.
We need to start looking into our constitutional rights and start acting by them, because there's a lot of frivolous stuff going on that doesn't need to be happening.
And it has nothing to do with this meeting at this point in time.
Well, I hope not. but-
Well, it has nothing to do with this meeting. And showing up and doing this and causing a spectacle and stuff does nothing for your guys' cause. Absolutely nothing.
Bringing
And
this
I
stuff to
don't
your
understand,
attention?
we're five people that hold down jobs and stuff just like you. We have nothing to do with the courts. We have nothing to do with writing the laws. None of that.
Well, I'm just
Not a
letting you
bit.
know
And
that
then
it was
you come
funny
in
that I
here-
started building my deck and the next
We
day
listen
they
to your
showed
piece.
up.
We listen to your piece. And you come in here with these cameras, jam them in our face, and this is what you're looking for.
Camera, nobody's face, don't be.
Well, he just stood up and walked right over here to him.
No, you got it.
Did I
Well,
not?
no.
Okay, we're moving
Did
on.
I not take in paperwork?
Larry, did you have something to say?
Yeah, I had the pleasure last night at the Bellevue Fireworks to step aside of Don Chase, the Bellevue supervisor,
Right.
and I discussed this problem with 5 Point and Ionia Road intersection. He says he's with us when he gets a chance. He's gonna say something to the road commission about it. But what he told me was that the property owner had already given him permission for the county to go in there on that clear vision corner to take a excavator, a bulldozer, and eliminate all that brush and shit and crap.
Well, I talked to the landowner, and he told me the same thing, and then he was a little bit irked at what they did, so I'm not sure. But the county doesn't have clear vision areas, not like the state highways. They can go 66 feet from the center of the road right away, and that's it. Or 66 feet from the center of the road, and that's it. They can't cut a corner back. They don't own a clear vision area like the state highways do.
But anyway, he's gonna try and help us out a little bit on it. I told him it was on his corner.
Yeah, technically is, but.
He should speak the loudest, and he agrees that that needs to be fixed before somebody else gets killed on it.
And in the meantime, over there, it's on Stewart Road and 50, 2 people were killed again a week ago, so. Priorities.
The other thing I'm a little concerned about, and it's a good thing, but you're collecting a lot of money. You're up to putting your $500,000 in money in the Treasury Department. I'm kind of concerned what you're gonna do with all that money. You're really not a bank. It's not doing the people any good, any money.
It was the same way when you were on the board for 15 years, Larry.
Did you have that much money in the bank when you were on the board there?
We made a lot of improvements around this place in the last 5 years, and you've seen a lot of those improvements, and.
A lot of it's right here in the Township Hall, which is
Yeah, and
very
everybody's
nice.
got the chance to use it.
The air conditioning feels very good tonight.
It does.
But I'm just curious what your objective are in the future, what you think maybe you might be using the money for. I mean, you're not really doing the people any good letting it sit in the treasury.
Well, we've been spending.
Thank you, Larry.
But it just doesn't seem to be leaving. So, Gary.
Well, I had a far less contentious public comment. I did retire as pastor of the Calvary Church, so that did happen. There's a young fella in there. He's a great guy. He's a young guy, so that's good. And I think they're talking about having a fall celebration of some kind to open house, introduce him, and we've been having some kids show up, so some of us are older than kids, but anyway, we're trying to put together a kids program so that parents can come to worship and actually have a break from the kids for an hour. So we're trying to do some things. So, but I'm no longer the official spokesman. I'm just somebody, that kind of talks a little bit from time
You
to
can
time.
still be the spokesman.
Say what?
You can still be the spokesman.
Well, now I'm trying to avoid accepting responsibilities.
That's what your wife said.
Yeah. So that's my story.
Okay, are you still gonna come and let us know, what's going on with the church? And,
I probably so.
do you have that authority?
I have no authority. I have none. Well, I'm a taxpayer in the township, but other than that,
Well,
that's
the
not
church.
authority. That's just,
Right.
I will try. I will try to keep you guys informed. That's why I'm here today.
Okay.
I could be playing cards right now, but I wanted to come.
Scott.
Okay. Well, since I talked to you last year, I went ahead and contacted the IT department, and had some maps made for the, grant. But then a few days later, we found out the grant was not going to happen. And, so
Do you know why?
do not know why, they didn't give any explanation. The company, that is ACD or whatever it is going to try to find out more information as to why we did not get the grant.
So these little brown dots are,
Houses, I think.
that don't have good access.
Could be, yeah, I'm not sure how.
Because it's
But that's
right
what I
here.
looked at that, so.
Has any, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Has anybody talked to Tri-County or anything to see where they're at with opening
I
up
don't know
for?
anything about that,
Okay.
in that area, but this is basically for trying to get that grant. The only thing that they did say, those that received the grant were more urban areas with higher population.
Well, like I say, the whole county, they got it, and
So, yeah.
they're done putting all the lines in.
So I'm not sure, I don't have any information on the status as far as how they're going to proceed, or if there's going to be possibly another grant program coming up in the future, or anything like that. So for now, we're still out of luck.
I thought probably they talked when they first got this, it was gonna be a done deal.
Well, that's what a lot of people assumed, everything looked good, and there
Do you know how much money they spent on all this study?
preparation and stuff, yeah.
How much?
I don't know how much money they spent.
That'd be interesting.
I know Carmel was working on it quite a bit, actually before the county was starting to work on it, so.
I'm just curious to know how much money they spent. and
Yeah.
haven't gotten in there.
I'll do some checking on that, from the comptroller or something to, see if they have a cost of what they, spent as far as time and finance, things that took place for that. Other than that, there wasn't too much that went on. They, had, quite a few different, people that applied for the, county, communications director, and they had it narrowed down, to just, 2 or 3 people. And, all 3 that they showed, well, they finally ended up choosing one person, and, that person, declined to take the job. So we're back to square one again, looking for a communications director. And, so they were going to resubmit a, application, for that, for people to apply.
Did the old communications director retire?
We never had it.
Oh, never had it,
We
the new
never had
position.
it. This was a new position, so. And it's to basically, be the person, or spokesperson for any of the things that go on in the county.